Minecraft 1.20 is almost here, or is here depending on when you watch this video, and there are some major things that you need to know about this update prior to playing or as you play it to take full advantage of everything it has to offer. So, first thing to note is generation of these new features in your world. If you are starting a brand new world when 1.20 comes out, you won't have to worry about this because when you generate your world for the first time, all of the new 1.20 features will already be there. But if you're keeping your existing world, this may not be the case. You see, any chunks or portions of your world that you've already loaded, which basically means you have just simply been within like eyesight of these areas, will not have many of these new features generate there. So things like cherry grove biomes, camels, trail ruin structures, and more will not be there. You will need to do one of two things. Either travel out further to areas you have not loaded yet, or you will need to prune your world, which means using a program to delete the chunks you have loaded before to make them load again. I do have a full video on this topic I covered when 1.19 came out. Everything works the same today, so you'll see a link to that video in your screen right now. Also to note, this does not work on console. For console, you're going to have to take the first method of just traveling further out. Now, the first of the new features to mention today is the two new wood types of the Trails and Tails, I don't know which way it goes, update has to offer. On one hand, you have a wood that will be amazing to build with, the new cherry blossom wood. This can be found in the new cherry grove biome, which is located in the mountain areas of your world. You can find this biome by either looking around mountainous areas in your world that you come across, or by using a website like chunkbase.com and using their biome finder along with your seed number to pinpoint where they will be. In this new biome, you will find the new cherry blossom tree and the pink petal flowers covering the ground, which you can plant up to 4 times in the same spot to put more flowers on that block. Kind of how sea pickles work underwater right now. The other wood type will be a huge utility for you in your world, and that is bamboo wood. It has a unique look to it which can fill into some specific roles within builds, but more important is how you get it. You obtain bamboo wood by crafting 9 bamboo into a bamboo block. This means that you can make a bamboo farm, like my Flying Machine Allay Collection bamboo farm, to get tens of thousands of bamboo per hour and just AFK get wood blocks without the need for complicated redstone farms that use TNT or gas to blast wood. So now getting wood for making your chest, hoppers, sticks, pistons, or even wood planks to use as furnace fuel will be incredibly easy and save you time you use to spend chopping trees in your world. Next, 1.20 is adding in a ton of incentive to make you explore around in your world and give you ways to express yourself in the game. The biggest example of this is the new smithing templates. You can find these in structures all around your world, and there are 12 of them to collect in total. There is only a certain percentage chance to find these armor trims, so you won't just find them every single time. The coast armor trim can be found in shipwrecks, which are typically at the bottom of the ocean. Dune armor trim can be found in desert temple chests. Eye armor trim is located inside strongholds, which you can locate by throwing an Eye of Ender in your world. The rib armor can be found inside of chests of nether fortresses, while the snout armor can be found inside of chests inside of any of the different bastions in the nether. The sentry armor can be found inside of chests and pillager outposts. Silence armor trim and ward armor trims can both be found inside of chests in ancient cities. Travel to the end and raid end city chests to find the Spire armor trim set. The Vex armor trim set, meanwhile, is found inside of woodland mansions. The Host, Razor, Shaper, and Wayfinder armor trims can all be found inside of Suspicious Gravel inside of Trail Ruins, which we'll talk about a little bit later. And finally, the Wild armor trim set is located inside of chests in jungle temples. The nice thing is that even though these can be rare to find, once you find one, don't use it yet. Instead, take it to a smithing table and make a copy of it by adding in the related block for that template and 7 diamonds. You can copy a template as many times as you want. This way you can fully kit yourself out, and I'm sure many of you are going to go out into your world and get every single template. Maybe the most important thing about the 1.20 update is that it gives you an opportunity to support the channel by liking this video and clicking the subscribe button down below. Also, be sure to comment your favorite 1.20 update feature right now. Now, there is one more template that I did not mention, and it is the Netherite upgrade template. This can be found inside of bastions and is your new and harder way to obtain netherite gear. Before, to get netherite armor, weapons, or tools, all you needed to do was find 4 ancient debris, smelt them into 4 netherite scraps, combine those with 4 gold ingots, then throw the netherite ingot you get, plus the diamond gear you want to upgrade into a smithing table, and boom, you have netherite gear. Now though, you'll need to find that netherite template and to combine that with the diamond gear plus the netherite ingot to upgrade your gear to netherite, which means you will need one template for each upgraded piece of gear. And with how rare they are, this means you'll need to make a lot of copies of this netherite template. To fully do your armor, all of your tool types with the different enchantments like Silk Touch versus Fortune, plus your sword, you may need to spend as many as 96 diamonds on top of the diamond cost of the gear itself just to upgrade everything to netherite. Now, Mojang knows this is harder to do, and that was their intent. They actually don't want people to quickly and easily go from diamond gear to netherite gear with little effort. They want you to have to work towards it instead. So if you want to know how to get a lot of diamonds for these template copies you're going to have to make, check out the video linked in the top right on the best ways to mine for diamonds. Now, another thing to search for in 1.20 are the trail ruins. These are new structures added to the game that will be slightly visible above ground, either on land or in the ocean. And you can dig them out to discover a special new item called pottery shards. Yes, it's shards, not shards. It feels uncomfortable for me to say that too. To find these pottery shards, you will need to first craft yourself a brush and look for suspicious sand or suspicious gravel, which looks only slightly different from the normal blocks. If you use your brush on them, it will pop out some form of loot, which can include these pottery shards. There are 20 different types of pottery shards, which have different pictures on them, and they can be crafted into a decorated pot by putting a pottery shard or a brick, if you want a blank slot, on the 4 sides of the crafting table to create a pot in the configuration you lay out on the crafting table. You can also find the pottery shards in structures already in the game, such as desert temples and wells. But wait, the exploring isn't over yet. You have one more thing to explore for, and that is the Sniffer, or more specifically, the Sniffer egg, which can be found in suspicious sand at warm ocean ruins. Once you obtain the Sniffer egg, you can place it on the ground and it will slowly crack over time and hatch into a snifflet, which is a baby sniffer. In about 2 in-game days, the snifflet will grow into a full-grown sniffer. That sniffer will then periodically sniff around the ground for seeds, finding you pitcher plant seeds or torchflower seeds. If you have 2 sniffers, you can feed them each a torchflower and they will breed, dropping a new sniffer egg for you to hatch into another snifflet. And then you have a slew of other decorative and functional blocks added into the game for me to just breeze through really quickly here for you. There is a chiseled bookshelf, which you can place books into and take books out of. It looks great and even produces a redstone signal based on the books being added or removed. Then there is the hanging sign, which looks amazing and will add a great decorative touch to your builds. Just like signs, it can be made from different wood types to make the different wood colors, and it has a few different ways to be hung, offering different looks. Also, let's not forget the camel, because I almost did. The camel is a brand new rideable mob added into the game. It's a bit different than what we have now though, because 2 players can ride on it, and short melee mobs like zombies can't reach you to hit you on top of it. The camel can walk over objects that are 1.5 blocks tall, such as fences and blocks with a half slab on top. So if you're going to cage these guys in, you need to make something a little bit taller than your standard fence. They have a slow walking speed and a sprinting speed, and they can even dash across smaller crossings like small rivers and gaps in land. The calibrated skulk sensor is added to the game, which can be crafted with a skulk sensor and 3 amethyst shards. You can connect a redstone signal into the side of it, and based on what strength you feed into it, that will be the only sound that sensor can detect. And finally, I have a big addition for Bedrock Edition for you guys, and that is banner shields. They're finally in the game. You can make a banner and combine it onto your shield to give it a decorative look. So make sure you try this out as soon as the update comes out if you're a Bedrock player. Hopefully, everyone enjoys the new 1.20 update, and if you found this video helpful, drop a comment down below letting me know your favorite new thing in 1.20. Drop a like on this video to get it seen by more people, and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more great videos like this. Have fun out there on the trails, and I'll see you next time.